What's up, y'all? The 2021 MLB season is almost upon us. Last year was a really tough season for awards. I don't think anyone saw Jose Abreu winning AL MVP or Kyle Lewis or Devin Williams coming out of nowhere and winning Rookie of the Year. Maybe this year will be a little easier to predict because it's kind of more of a normal season. It's going to be 162 games. So I got all my awards here. I'm going to do a quick predictions. We'll start off with American League MVP and the easiest pick of all the awards. It's Mike Trout winning the AL MVP. I have Aaron Judge as the runner-up. If Aaron Judge can stay healthy for an entire season, he might be a better hitter than Trout. But Trout is just like the easiest pick. He's going to play defense. He stopped running in the past couple seasons, but he hits like crazy. Kind of almost like he's a quiet superstar. We know this, but at the end of the year, you're going to look up and he's batted 285, 35 homers, 100 plus RBIs. Played great defense. He's Mike Trout. He's the best player of the past generation, and he's still going to be the pick for MVP in the American League. Let's go to the National League. I'm going with Juan Soto. Juan Soto had a big breakout season in the 2019 playoffs mainly, and then last year he had like a whole bunch of false positives, and then when he came back, he was the best hitter in the league. So if he can keep that going over a full season, doesn't have the defense, I don't know how much that really factors into MVP voting. He's going to hit like crazy, might hit 40 plus home runs this year, probably going to have 120 to 130 RBIs with Trey Turner in front of him. Super excited for Juan Soto. My runner-up pick will be Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Always an MVP candidate. He's already won one. Batting in that Dodgers lineup is kind of crazy. Mookie Betts for the runner-up. But you want Soto for the actual pick. Let's go to the Cy Young. Right? For the American League, I'm going Shane Bieber. I know it was kind of a quick season, but he made the All-Star game in 2019. Was the All-Star MVP in that, actually. 2020, he won the pitching triple crown. He was insane. I saw an interview with him on Pitching Ninja. He's talking about all his grips and his arm angles, so it seems like this is going to be sustainable. So I'm going with Shane Bieber for AL Cy Young. Runner-up will be Garrett Cole, because it's hard to pick against Garrett Cole. He's the second best pitcher in the league. And that takes us to the NL Cy Young, which is also a pretty easy pick. I'm going Jacob deGrom. If Trevor Bauer didn't have that insane year, actually he probably still would have been Yu Darvish, but Jacob deGrom would have been third. And the past 2 years, he had won it. He's the best pitcher in baseball by far. Now he's on the Mets, where he'll actually get the wins, like he'll actually win games. Like the Mets never seem to get him run support. Wins don't really matter in new age baseball, but still it'll look good. Runner-up, I'm going Walker Buehler of the Dodgers because he's just disgusting, and he's going to be the ace of that staff. We'll go to Rookie of the Year, which is a tough one because there's obviously Randy Arozarena, who's still considered a rookie even though he set the record for home runs in a postseason. I can't bet against it. I'm going Randy Arozarena. Who knows if this is his pace is obviously not sustainable, but who knows if he's actually this elite baseball player, right? Because there's just one postseason and a crazy season. I'm still going to put my eggs in the Randy Arozarena basket because that was insane and one of the greatest postseason performances ever. So I don't think he'll go back to being like a bench player. Runner-up, I'm going Jared Kelenic. He seems disgusting. I'm pretty sure he's the 5th overall prospect. There was some stuff about his service time, so he might not start opening day. I'm pretty sure he's not. But he's a great hitter, a lefty, and I think he's just going to mash in that outfield with him and Kyle Lewis. And then I'm pretty sure they're getting Julio Rodriguez. I'm not sure if he's an outfielder or third baseman. Watch out for Seattle's outfield. But I'm going Kelenic for runner-up. And then NL Rookie of the Year, I'm going Ke'Bryan Hayes. Another thing where he only played 24 games, batted .376. Once again, do you put your eggs in that basket? Do you think it's sustainable? Obviously, .376 really can't be. That'd be insane. But I still think he's going to be a really good hitter, and he's an amazing defender. So even if he's an average hitter throughout his career, his defense will help him stay in the major leagues. But I think he's going to be a really good hitter, so I'm going Ke'Bryan Hayes. And then runner-up, I'm going Ian Anderson, who had a below 2 ERA, kept it going through the playoffs. I was really deciding between these two. I actually went with Ke'Bryan Hayes because it's tough to kind of win it as a pitcher. You have to be disgusting like Devin Williams was last year. And then I'm also thinking about Alec Bohm because he might hit 30 home runs this year for the Phillies. Let's go to Manager of the Year, and definitely kind of a controversial pick. I'm going Tony La Russa. I made a whole video on the White Sox, and now I think they're going to the World Series. I think the White Sox are going to be the best team in the American League this year, and that might surprise some people, and that's why if everything goes well with Tony La Russa and the new age players, so far it is, I think he will win Manager of the Year. Obviously, he's had some DUIs, and he hasn't coached in a while, and he's like 65 or something. I'm not sure, but he's a Hall of Fame manager. Hall hopefully it goes well with the White Sox. But that's why I think that my two runners-up, or the other two nominees, will be Dusty Baker of the Astros. I know people don't really like the Astros. I like Dusty Baker, though. He wasn't there when they were cheating. And then I'm going to Aaron Boone, because I do think the Yankees will be the second best team. They'll win the AL East. And Aaron Boone, I think, is a really good manager. When the Yankees had like so many injuries in 2019, they still won 104 games. So I believe in Boone as a manager, and I really don't like the Yankees. Manager of the year for the National League, I'm going Dave Roberts of the Dodgers, because this Dodgers team on paper looks like it can be one of the best teams ever. And if he can get up there in like the wins records for this Dodgers team, it's tough because they have to play the Padres 18 times a year. He's going to walk away with Manager of the Year if they get up to the all-time wins records. The other two nominees, I'm going Dave Martinez of the Washington Nationals, who I don't think the Washington Nationals will be a playoff team, because the two wild cards looks like it's going to either be Braves or Mets, or Padres or Dodgers. Like, two of those teams win the division, two of the wild cards. I think this team will be in the wild card race, and I really like Dave Martinez, former Expo. And also, like, the Nationals had a really bad year. If they get Strasburg back and they get Soto for a full year, I think they'll be really good. And the other nominee is Jace Tingler, the Padres manager. Obviously, he had that whole thing with Tatis and the unwritten rules, where he didn't really support Tatis, but I think he's a pretty good manager. And they have so many bullpen guys, the Padres do, that I think if he picks like the right couple guys in different situations, it'll look really good on him. So that's why I'm going for him as a nominee. 3 more awards. It's the reliever of the years for each division, and then it's the outstanding DH, which is only in the American League because for some reason we're not doing universal DH. Anyways, reliever of the year for the American League, I'm going Liam Hendricks. He's just been disgusting. He's on Chicago now. Can't bat against him. Now, the other nominee, well, not nominee, but runner-up, I'm going Kirby Yates of the Toronto Blue Jays. Had a really bad year, but it was only like 6 innings last year, so he got injured. 2019, he was absolutely disgusting, so I think he'll do pretty good on the Jays. Reliever of the year for the National League, I'm going Devin Williams, which I know he only played like a small sample of games, but pretty sure his ERA was below 1, which is kind of disgusting. I believe in Devin Williams. I believe in that changeup of his. The runner-up, I'm going to go with his teammate, Josh Hader, who's kind of like the new age Andrew Miller. Too bad the Brewers don't get into those deep playoff runs like Miller did with the Indians. That way people can see him more, because Josh Hader is disgusting. Practically only throws 2 pitches, and it works. Throws a 4-seam and a slider, and he's just unhittable. Now we're going to the last award, the Outstanding DH Award. And this one actually might have been easier to pick. Might have just been easier to pick than the AL MVP. It's Nelson Cruz. If there was a universal DH, I probably would have gone Marcell Ozuna, but there isn't because they voted against that. I don't know why. But Nelson Cruz at like 38, I'm pretty sure, or maybe he's even 40. He's going to hit 35 to 40 home runs and take home the Outstanding DH Award. Those are my picks. Let me know if you agree or you don't. I don't really care. And I'm out. Peace.